If
Okay.
I'm in Houston, Texas, and that's all I've been doing, and I even want to go now open Dallas, that's a new market.
Okay, so we're talking about growing into new markets, and we always like to start with the definitions, like defining what we're talking about. So when we talk about growing into new markets in your kind of world, and when you work with your clients, or what is a new market? How do you define a new market? Walk us through kind of the thought process someone might go through if they're like, okay, we need to get into a new market.
So there's two paths you could take. And
Okay.
the path that I tell people that I do is the new geography. So, you've exhausted the living hell out of your market. You figured out that the people you've been targeting, there's no more, whether it's your city, your state, your country. And you said, okay, it's time to grow into that new area. So if
Okay.
I'm in Houston, Texas, and that's all I've been doing, and I even want to go now open Dallas, that's a new market. California, that's a new market. US to Canada, Mexico, UK, new market. That's geographic expansion. But there's also the second part, which I also work with clients at times, is looking at the new business category. If you've been selling to one type of client the whole time, or for the most part, and now you're saying, who else? Who else can we be selling to? So
Right.
it's really, and that's also a new market opportunity. I tend to focus where most people bring me in generally is when they want to go, okay, we want to expand to new geographies. But when we have a real conversation, we talk both areas to see, do we really need to expand physically, or could we stay in our current market, go after a second business category before we go expanding into a new city or a state or a country?
Okay.